let's see, I believe the orientation of this would all be to the north. So yeah, this would all be to the north. So, and actually, like when I get up in this area, it kind of feels like I'm in Manhattan. So all these, you know, massively tall buildings, kind of feels like a Manhattan kind of feel to me. But sometimes I call it like a Manhattan of Macau, because a lot of times with Macau they think of the casinos, which is kind of, you know, it's all in Cotai. It's those are all to the south, and we're looking at to the north now. I'll definitely go look at that. Go check out the road. Okay, I'm the content creator for this channel. If you like what I'm doing, just subscribe and hit the like button. We're gonna start filming from up here and get a view of the city. Okay, well, there's little trails you can go and come all the way up here if you wanted to come up and see it. So you can see them down there below. And basically I'm up here and I'm kind of at a fortress. There's I think there's cannons on the other side. We'll see those too. But this is basically what I'm going to be seeing from this view. So you can see the skyline. This is all Macau, of course. There is Zhuhai way over there. I don't know if you can see that little river. It's way in the distance, but all this is all Macau. Macau. And then there's a river right there. And then that's Zhuhai, China. So some pretty cool looking city actually. And we have these little hills. I don't know what you'd call them. Tall hills? What do you call those? And over that side there's construction over there, so I would go all the way around and you can see that too. But it looks like I won't be able to do that. But I can definitely go on almost all the way around, which is what I'll do. So yeah, you can see like how low it is right here. There's kind of a low density. It's all dense. This is one of the densest cities in the world. But there's like, these are only 7 or 8 stories high, I don't know. And then that whole mess of them is, I don't know how many stories that would be. I didn't realize that purple building was so high. There's Kyungwoo Hospital, so I didn't realize this is so high from this vantage point either. But yeah, Kyungwoo is kind of the main hospital around here. You'd go to there for almost everything. Yeah, actually, I don't know, there's some pretty cool, you can see some pretty interesting little rooftops. I don't know if you can see them as cool as I can, because the camera makes everything a little bit smaller. But I can see it and it looks pretty cool. And I think all of this, let's see, I believe the orientation of this would all be to the north. So yeah, this would all be to the north. So, and actually, like when I get up in this area, it kind of feels like I'm in Manhattan. So all these, you know, massively tall buildings, kind of feels like a Manhattan kind of feel to me. But sometimes I call it like a Manhattan of Macau, because a lot of times with Macau they think of the casinos, which is kind of, you know, it's all in Cotai. It's those are all to the south, and we're looking at to the north now. I'll definitely go look that direction too. But in the north, basically these, like as you go further and further, you go closer to the border. And basically on the other side of these tall buildings would be Zhuhai, China. But this is all Macau still. And I don't know if you can see that little mountain way over there. That would be in Zhuhai. It's way in the distance. But all these are definitely 100% Macau. That's what it looks like when you're there and you just look up and like, wow, really cool. And yeah, I really like these little mazes of everything in here too. And all these beautiful rooftops. Okay, let's keep on exploring. So we're gonna try to see as much as we can. Over there is the Macau Tower on the south part. We'll slowly walk that direction as well. I didn't realize Kyungwoo was that imposing. Yeah, it's really cool. Okay, so let's keep on checking it out, and then now we're going to be walking this direction. This is to the north, so that would be what, north, east, west. So this would be the western direction. Well, this is still north, but when I get over on this side, it'll all be east. So now we're over to the east side. Lots of construction everywhere. Okay, so let's just take a look. It says no climbing. I think there's actually, they have security here too, because sometimes people will sit up on here and try to take a picture, and you definitely don't want to do that. So I've actually seen people try to do that before. So they have security just like constantly checking it. But right now it's COVID time, so there's not many tourists. Okay, so this right here, this mountain in the background, that's all part of Zhuhai, China. This side where the river's at, this is all Macau side. So all of this is Macau. This is basically what's between, this is Sao Paulo ruins right here. so that's a major tourist attraction. And then it kind of funnels its way through here into Senado Square. So we'll gradually go that way. So I'll just kind of focus on this side. But this is Sao Paulo ruins. This is the northern part of Sao Paulo ruins, and I see lots of little cool stuff everywhere in here too, especially when you're walking street level. It's amazing, actually, really beautiful. And then you see this right here, Pont 16, this big yellow building. That I believe marks what used to be where the ferries used to come in. And actually, you can see a ship way in the river or whatever that is. I don't know if that's called a river. It's not really a river because it's between, because those are ocean water, I believe. But anyways, that water, that's Zhuhai. So later they're building all of Zhuhai, China, where it's going to be kind of connected, right? And it should be pretty interesting when that happens. Can't even imagine. I'd like to take a bike and just go around this whatever this is, river or whatever you call it. If you know what that's called, let me know. That way I can start calling it by the right name. There's a little Starbucks way down there, and sometimes there's a lot. This is kind of sometimes a lot of tourists will take this and kind of follow these roads all the way down. It's kind of like a curvy little thing. Let's keep on going, and then you can see some people walking behind Sao Paulo's ruins there. It's a museum. Okay, let's just keep on seeing what else we can see around here. There's the Sao Paulo ruins, or there's the Macau Tower. So Macau, this is basically facing more the south end of the city. Just kind of show you what this is, but we have this kind of tall wall. So the museum is in here, and you can come up to here now through the museum, which is way down below. You can also slowly kind of climb up the hill in a slow way. Let's see. Okay, let's see what this is. Okay, Galleria Fortaleza. Fortaleza is like a fortress, I believe. Galleria is a gallery. So yeah, this is let's see if I can point out any markers. I kind of recognize it, but I don't know the names of things. Just kind of real quick, things are in Portuguese or Chinese, and Chinese and Portuguese are different. They're not direct translations of things. So when you say things in English, you're usually using like an English version of a Portuguese word. And then if you try to say the Portuguese word like to a taxi driver or something like that, they'll have a totally different word in Chinese that's not really translatable. It's totally different, so it's kind of interesting. See some people are jogging in here, so let's just keep on walking. So yeah, this whole case is blocked off, but we'll see what we can do. So we can try to do a 360. But we're kind of near the ending part. And over here there's more cannons, and it's interesting, the cannons would go over the city. But I guess maybe a long time ago they would shoot a cannon over the water, or over the city into the water. I don't know. Seems funny to me. But I guess that'd be oriented towards ships anyways that were trying to dock, I guess. I guess that would be where they would try to dock, maybe. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting how we had a lot of density way over there, right? That part I was telling you, the Manhattan side, and then there's a lot more density over here again. Let's just keep on exploring. So we have the, these are all the cannons, of course. More cannons here. More cannons here. There's basically cannons on all sides on this side. And I think somebody told me that there was cannons that look like they're directly towards Grand Lisboa, which I guess might be in this row. Let's just see what view we have. Yeah, it looks like that does. It kind of looks like it goes through. Anyways, I think I remember reading something about the Feng Shui of that. Feng Shui is like how energy flows are. So okay, this is you kind of get to see the outside of the fortress through here. Okay, let's just keep on going. So yeah, usually this would be completely crowded with people everywhere, and with COVID, it's not really that case. It's just kind of a good day to film, basically. Museum of Macau. That's pretty cool too. Okay, so we're gonna keep on trying to, let's see if we can get a view over this side before we stop the video. That's funny. I've come in here before. Maybe I'll try to come down this way. that might be a good ending. This is a kind of cool little space. Let's see the groundskeeper. So, okay. So let's just see if we can get a little bit. I think this might be the end, so I wish I could get over there, but it looks like I won't be able to go over that way. That's kind of cool. Whoa. Yeah, actually there's a really beautiful tree right there too. Okay, so it looks like I won't be able to get anywhere close to this, but you can see the other side of Macau, which we won't be able to do. And then we'll just kind of go through this side, and we'll try to find this way. So this will be kind of an exit, and then this will be where we exit out of here. And this is actually a pretty cool spot, so stay tuned and watch this. Whoa! The steps are a little bit deceiving. Yeah, and I think this would have been here for, this probably would have been one of the original settlement, not settlements, but this has been here from the beginning almost, because they needed this one to sustain themselves. Let's just see. Let's focus on that real quick. So they would have needed this at the very beginning, because when Macau first came here, when Macau first came here, they were, I thought it was pretty cool. When they first came in, they were kind of allowed to stay in Macau because they were basically fighting off other European pirates, basically. Wow, look how cool that is. Yeah, this looks really cool. Really like this a lot. That might be another YouTuber, the one that, I don't see all the cannons in here. Yeah, so actually the Macau Portuguese were allowed to stay because they were fighting off the predominantly Dutch. I think Dutch came in and took it over, or almost took it over, or something. It's really close or something. But then anyways, they had all these cannons, and they were like basically fighting different other European nationalities that might have threatened the China Canton city. So Portuguese was kind of allowed to stay because they could, you know, they'd kind of fund out all the European trade. Anyways, I won't get into the history lessons right now, but yeah, looks like there's a Portuguese ship masking, talking about all that stuff. Yeah, pretty cool. Anyways, let's end it right there. Chiquinha, chiquinha.